Namaste to One Spherical Love by Unispherical Muse. November 11, 2023. Fundamental Mechanics in the Four Quadrants. I'm an ordained Reverend of Divine Energy, and these are my sermons for my congregation. Keep in mind, anything I speak since 2005 is copyrighted and judged in a court of law and universal laws. Yes, I coined the phrase, the fundamental mechanics. The fundamental equals basic building blocks, and mechanics equals how something works. It is not rocket science. It is knowledge of coded messages from the spirit realm to me, and I figured it out in 2012. It is not rocket science. The coded messages come from 5D to 3D of internal language. Coded messages I have already mentioned more times than needs to be reiterated. To redundantly repeat is extremely boring to me. The four quadrants is the fourth dimension equals four bodies of being. I was in three-dimensional design in the 1980s, and after 1 week of being in the class, the instructor said to me, "Have you ever thought about being a city planner?" I thought that meant I was not good enough for art. A person mentioned to me later that maybe he saw that there was nothing he could teach me because I was beyond what he had to say. This is very typical in my world. To create plagiarism is really the opposite of your personal growth. You will be busted and you will be judged. Now let's learn about the schematics and rituals of understanding. You are 2 years old and you keep seeing people put their hands in a jar. Then they pull something out and put into their mouth. Your caretaker will not give you one. You turn 5 years old and you are determined to get an item from that jar. You systematically devise a plan of how to do that. When no one is looking, you grab a chair and push it towards the jar. You now process to climb up on the chair and remove the lid. You drop the lid and it breaks on the ground. Your caretaker comes to see what all the noise is about. As you are placing your hand in the jar, you pull out the cookie and proceed to put it in your mouth. Your caretaker just walked into the room as you were putting the item in your mouth. You are busted. What you did not know is how to set up the ritual. And as we all know, ritual is the same thing as repetition. Repetition is what you do each and every day. Ritual was the first word. Repetition is later, as generations always do, want to change the lingo, the language of the language prior to what they had before their life of existence. Now, it is your purpose in life to merely mimic what others are doing. Do you have a human brain? If the answer is yes, well then use it. The question to ask yourself is which hemisphere of my human being to use to solve the ritual. The ritual is everyone puts their hand in the cookie jar and you want what's in the cookie jar. However, the real question is to you, do you really want that item or do you want the action of what everyone else is doing by putting their hand in the cookie jar? The action is living your life to the dream, such as the American dream of 2.5 kids, 2-car garage, etc. This is the action, same as the action of putting your hand in the cookie jar. Now you have a phase 1. Phase 1. Phase 1 is 1 plus 2 equals 3. 1, knowing what you want. 2 is path taken to get what you want. And 3 is the end result. People plan for 1 and 3, but they do not plan for 2. 2 is the path taken to get what they want. The child did not devise a plan that would not get busted simply because the end result is the pretty bling blings in life. The pretty shiny things are the bling blings bugs are attracted to. I am a professional landscaper of over 30 years, and I watch how the bugs are attracted to certain things in life. When people see the end results, they then want what someone else has. They do not see the path of work that they must take and make. The path of work is number 2. Life is number 4 in numerology. Number 4 means work. And your purpose in this life is your job, and it is work. There were many ways of making a plan that child could have get the cookie, but the planning was poor in process. A person can be over any age and still have a plan to get the cookie. The cookie is merely a metaphor. A metaphor is merely imprinted from the elderly, wise elders of yesteryear in the eons of time. A metaphor is not literal. Always which hemisphere of the human brain that holds the chemical compounds of cognitive reasoning. The longitude and latitude of the deadhead is an example that I give. Let's say for today you are looking for love. The reality is it is an optical illusion in wishful thinking and utopia, psychosomatic, subliminal brainwashing. You were led to believe that the forces were outside of you, and this is called subliminal brainwashing, when in reality, everything is a mirrored image of yourself. You are the actor in the adventure of the character that you play, and the play is called life. In reality, that is 5D, and you have the power to create that play, and that play is called your life in this lifetime. The reality that you are chasing is merely wishful thinking because you were led to believe that you do not have the power that you actually possess in your being. When things become the opposite of what you perceive them to be, it is the same thing as saying, things are not working out the way that I want them to. First problem is you use the negative word in your sentence, not a negative word, because it is an excuse to accomplish your goal. No, not, because, blah, blah, blah. Those are merely excuses. Change problems to challenges because it is a challenge to grow in personal growth. To help rebalance your life simply means creating kosher motif. Kosher is balance and motif is a lifestyle. The lifestyle can be internal or external self, aka introvert or extrovert. The crystals from Earth that contain Earth's energy. You are learning just like that 2-year-old child kosher motif. The crystals relate to your chakras, that is your meridian in longitude, north and south of your being. The east and west are the parallels, that is the longitude in your being. Latitude, sorry. Each emotion in your emotional being is called the auras. The aura is the illumination light source that illuminates from your portals called chakras. The aura is the level of the emotions that shows if a person, place, or thing is emotionally mature. Keep that in mind. As you grow into your emotional body of being, you then become emotionally mature. Balancing your kosher motif is learning to balance your aura through the chakras that illuminates the interior to the exterior of your being. Keep in mind that science tries to explain the tangibles and has yet been able to explain the intangibles. Tangibles are touching with seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. Intangibles are the spirit realm. The first chakra is the base chakra, the base of the spine, and it is red crystal. It helps to balance your being. This is where the emotion begins. The second chakra is the sacral chakra. It is the lower abdomen, between the navel and the pubic bone. It is the orange crystal. Okay, I know it's like the light is like super fantastic in here, but it is what it is, as they say. And the orange crystal helps to balance emotional and serenity. Sensuality, not serenity. The third chakra is the solar plexus, on the front of the human body between the rib cage and the diaphragm and the navel. It is the yellow crystal. Now, when I took the class, it's hard to see, but this is a tiger's eye. When I took the class, Crystal Healing, and yes, I'm certified in that, the instructor had a whole table full of crystals. She said, pick one out. And I picked this one. And that means that it's calling to you, it belongs to you. Now, this is the yellow crystal. This is where the deep breathing, called meditative breathing, is. You do not breathe with your lungs, you breathe with your diaphragm. It is the yellow crystal that helps to balance personal energy and power. And quote, the glucose homeostasis is maintained by complex neurocrine, neuroendocrine, big word, control mechanisms involving three spheral organs, the liver, pancreas, and adrenal gland, all of which were under control of the autonomic nervous system by PubMed NCBI. It is associated with the adrenal glands and the pancreas, and in the complex nerves that is connected with the lumbar. Yes, these crystals are related to your 7 chakras, that are related through the portals in the aura, that are related to each body of being. You have the mental body, you have the physical body, the emotional body, and the spiritual body. That means you got 7 chakras, 7 auras in each body of being. So basically, when you have the yellow solar plexus, in reality, you have 4, because you have 1 in the mental body, 1 in the emotional body, 1 in the physical body, and 1 in the spiritual body. You have 4. Okay. Now, the 4th chakra is the heart chakra on the center of the chest. It is the green crystal. And it's dark. And it is associated with the thoracic vertebrae of the spine. That is the middle section of your spine. That starts with the base of your neck and ends with the bottom of your ribs. The 2 nerve centers are pulmonary plexus and the cardiac plexus. The crystal helps to balance love and relationship, hence the heart chakra. And on a keynote, if you haven't, you need to go get an aura picture. The aura picture is 1 moment in time. It's a snapshot of 1 moment in time of your emotional body of being. Go get one. It's kind of like your path telling you, are you on your path of life path, or are you on your path of soul path? All right, this is your marker, your direction. Go get one ASAP. Now, the 5th chakra is the throat chakra, and it is associated with the cervical spine neck region, and it is the base of the throat. It is the light blue crystal. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just holding it too close to the camera. Let's play with the camera. Okay. And light blue associated with communication and creativity, stimulant from the thyroid and the parathyroid gland that controls the body's metabolic rate and mineral levels. And as I always say, when it comes to food nutrition, minerals first, vitamins second, everything else is third. And yes, I'm vegan lifestyle and plant-based foods for over 35 years. Now, we receive sickness, illness, and disease because we stop speaking truth. The throat chakra. Remember, perception is perceiving one's own truth. The sixth chakra is the brow chakra. That is the center of the brow. That is the third eye chakra. Lo and behold, the blue is actually the Gemini crystal. Gemini is the air element of the 5 elements. Air, earth, fire, water, wood. This is the air element of Gemini. Now, it is the deep blue or indigo associated with intuition, insight, and imagination. All beings in, upon, of earth, atmosphere has 3 or more eyes. You've got your human eyes, then you've got the third eye chakra. All beings have 3 eyes. The brow chakra is connected to the pineal gland and the carotid plexus of nerves. The frontal lobe of the human brain is the forehead above the third eye chakra. The frontal lobe is the practical, down-to-earth, common sense way of analyzing life. Perception is perceiving one's own truth. The 7th chakra is the crown chakra above the top of the head. It is the purple crystal and associated with the higher knowledge and understanding. The frontal lobe of the human brain is the practical, down-to-earth common sense that connects to the third eye chakra. That is the center of T for truth. The center is parallel longitude to the temporal lobe of the mind, 5D. The pituitary gland connects to the 5D into the portals in DMT of cosmic consciousness. Now, on a side note, in feng shui, the 3-legged frog is good luck, must always face east. This is the year of the water rabbit in Chinese astrology. The water rabbit is I am the water rabbit in Chinese astrology. Chinese astrology goes by the moon sign. The moon is female energy. The moon is water element. This is the water rabbit. And as you can see, the water rabbit is the fractal character, fractal animal in my children's book, Fracmacology 5-in-1. And as you can see, the eggs are here. And as the eggs go through the mother's belly, it goes through and it's transcending the transformation. It is going through and it's turning into a heart. And up here is the heart. And I don't know if you can see it all that great. So yeah, here's the heart. It's transcending into the heart. The heart is connecting with mom and baby into her third eye chakra. And this is Shin. And I don't know where that little thumbprint came from. Did you see that? Ooh, that computer got a mind of its own. Look at that. I don't know where that came from. That was bizarre. Who knew? I still haven't figured out this computer. It's interesting. But that's life. So anyways, you have to understand. What is your astrology sign around the world? There are 22. Get it? 22 cultures, 22 astrology signs. In the sun sign, I am Gemini, air element. In Chinese, I am the water rabbit. In the Mayan astrology, I am the lizard people. In the Native American astrology, I am the deer people. All of these are all the spirit realm of the spirit animals. Learn who you are, and you can learn how to upgrade your emotional body of being through the 7 chakras that you first need into the physical body of being. And life is love, love is life. Blessing from Reverend Lewis. Thank you for your support. Remember, if you like my YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up, share, and follow and all that good jazz. And have a splendid weekend.